Now, I'm a loser in the middle of them all. On the count of 3, everyone lick the person to your right. It was a game of bluff. If one person did it, the rest had to do something stupid as a punishment. If nobody did it, everyone was safe. The only person I was wary of in that moment was Braden. My brothers were so easy to read. Tonight, I knew they weren't going to drink it the minute I'd walked into the kitchen. It was written all over their faces, twisted in disgust. But Braden, even after all these years, was still the wild card. I eyed him, and he smiled at me. "Scared," he mouthed. I shook my head and studied his eyes. They were hazel, sometimes more green and sometimes more brown. They seemed more green at that moment, and I tried to figure out what that meant about his intention. Was he going to drink it?
"Okay, close your eyes," Jerome said. "Glass is ready."
I closed my eyes. I did not want to wear this and have to take 2 showers tonight, before and after the run.
1.
Braden cleared his throat next to me. That was a bluff move, wasn't it? So that meant he wasn't going to drink it.
2.
He bumped his elbow into mine. Crap, he was trying to trick me. So that meant he was going to drink it.
3.
Better to drink it than to wear it. I downed the glass in 3 big gulps, gagging only slightly.
"Charlie,"
Nathan whined.
"Seriously?"
They all held a full glass in front of them. Ha! Wear it. All of you. I looked at Braden, who had a smug look on his face even though technically he'd lost. I had to learn his tell so in the future I could avoid the horrid taste that coated my tongue. My stomach wasn't very happy either. Tastes like V8.
"Ooh, Charlie, never date a guy who likes V8,
Gage said. I rolled my eyes. Ever since I turned 16, the age my father's dating ban officially lifted, my brothers constantly spouted off qualities they thought made a guy undateable. I was convinced that if I compiled all the things they had rattled off in the last 6 months, there would be no one in the world left for me to date. Why not? I asked.
"Because you can't trust a guy who drinks his vegetables. Plus, tomato juice breath is raunchy."
My entire mouth slowly heated up from the Tabasco sauce. Then I got a punch of pepper that made me gag. Ugh! What did you guys put in that? I turned around and gave my tongue a high-pressure wash under the kitchen tap. "There is no pouring going on," I said, spitting water everywhere. I listened as they dumped the horrible concoction on their heads to groans and complaints. Not worth the taste in my mouth. I gurgled and spit out 1 more mouthful of water. "Okay, that was fun. Football tomorrow. You are all going down." I shoved Braden on my way out of the kitchen and he laughed, obviously knowing he was the only reason I ended up downing the drink.
"Wait,"
Jerome called.
"I want to run with you."
"I'm not waiting for you to shower." I crouched down and tightened my laces. He slicked his hair back, the Tabasco sauce tinging his black hair red.
"Who said anything about showering? Let me grab my shoes."
The smell lingering around Jerome as we ran made me sick to my stomach. Probably because the smell reminded me of what sat in my stomach. It didn't help that it was a muggy summer night. Heat combined with moisture was not my favorite running condition. I distracted myself by trying to identify the trees in the park. I knew the big ones were eucalyptus. They grew all up and down the coast. They must have liked the salty air. Even where we lived, 10 miles from the ocean, they thrived.
8 weeks of summer,
Jerome said, interrupting my failed attempt to name any more trees.
"Then we'll be shackled by the oppressive chains again."
Don't remind me. At least you have some freedom.
"You think college equals freedom?"
Yes. He laughed.
"Okay, yeah, it kind of does. But I still have classes and soccer, so it's not as free as it could be."
Have you warned Nathan? I think he's been looking forward to some freedom.
"Yeah, right. If there weren't rules to stay within the strict confines of, Nathan wouldn't know what to do with himself."
True. He glanced over at me, slightly out of breath. It was good to know I could still outrun my big brother. I wasn't even winded.
"What about you?"
He asked.
"Any preconceived